Southern football season. Sports Radio. 88.9 3RSF.
Yes, it is your champions dial. It's a sexy Tuesday morning, and it's time to get on board the sports machine. I'm Jiggy. Kilani Abdullah Hakim Adeshola is my name. You call me the Jiggy Man. I'm not alone. I'm with the best crew in the land. Man, we sabi water, we sabi shima, we sabi everything. We're sweet, we sege. If I took Udeze looking multicolored this beautiful morning, bruv, you're looking like a peacock. So beautiful, so fresh and fly. Travis salutes, bro.
Yes, Akim Kelani. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Akim Kelani. Not to you.
Yeah,
not to you.
I mean, you just leave your boy for that.
You're my guy. Yes, good morning. Good morning to the fans, Akim Kelani. What's up? What's cooking?
It's a beautiful day, and so much is cooking, and we're all set to let you have a whiff of it so you can get on board. Mr. Judo Goje is pressing all the right buttons. He's telling me my engines are in fine form, and we'll go zooming off very, very soon. Mohamed Sali is waiting in the wings. Yinka Oyedele present and accounted for. And yes, Josh Fanboy is also telling me that no matter where you are on the globe, you can be a part of the action. On Twitter at Brilla FM 89, on the Facebook fan page Sports Radio Brilla Forilla, and of course you can get up close and personal when you pick up a phone and dial the hottest number in the land.
When the fans asked for more, we at Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM gave them 4 wishes and a magical line. It simply means when you call 0700000889, you're routed through 4 different lines. So when you dial the magical number 0700000889, you get through to us on 4 lines. That means you have 4-in-1 chance of having your voice heard on your favorite radio station. So go ahead and start dialing. It's the 4-in-1 package from Home of the Fans.
There's a sports machine on a beautiful, beautiful day, and of course action happening all across the globe, locally and of course internationally, and you definitely can be a part of it. Yes indeed. Man, Wasabi, I don't know, sometimes you have players who have played the game coming out to give a ruling on current players, and you want to ask, is it beef? Is it saying it the way it is? Or maybe they just have a little bit of rivalry still going on. That's why one man who used to play for Real Madrid as a defender, Oscar Ruggeri, has branded Gerard Piqué an average player. During his playing days, Ruggeri, who was a centre-back himself, won the World Cup with Argentina back in 1986. He's come out to state Piqué is a second-rate player. Like me, like many others, he said. He's good-looking. Yes, indeed. He's aligned himself with Shakira. He has a cool beard. But if he played for Valencia, he wouldn't be well-known. Piqué ended up playing for Barcelona, but he's an average player. A good defender, but not much else. He doesn't get put under pressure except against the big teams. Sergio Ramos, for me, is the best centre-back in the world by far. Now, this is a man taking a look at Gerard Piqué and saying, well, the only thing that's helping Piqué is the club he's playing for. If he was playing for another club, nobody could know him.
If you ask me whether beef, jealousy or whatever it is, Akim Kelani, I will tell you, say, Oscar Ruggeri, he get them, but I don't know the way they decide where they come from. Whether not from the side of saying the restaurant or rivalry and all that, So for me, I think I would agree. Piqué is an average player if you ask me, Akim Kelani. Yes, he is.
Yeah, endorsing that thing.
No, that's the truth. He is. But that don't mean saying no sabi play ball. He's good, but you don't compare him and Ramos, because you know why? Everybody gets where he getting qualities. Ramos getting own qualities. Piqué too getting own qualities. People look at, okay, yes, this guy did good for this area. Just like Ramos now, he did good for some area. Yeah, to area say maybe one player they give problem, he know how to command that player for free. So yeah, you go rest. So also they so to day here inside this pitch and give us problem. Go and relax. So for me, I think I will agree with him.
All right, yes, man, Sabi giving his own perspective on that one. But then I need to check out how many meters are you away from me. Social distancing is still a big thing right about now, especially when it comes to football. And yes, players who deliberately cough at other players or match officials right about now, Mawe Sabi, will be given a red card. Yes, indeed. The rule makers of the Football Association have revealed this. International Football Association Board, IFAB, said such an offense fell within using offensive, insulting, or abusive language or gestures, adding that with all offenses, the referee has to make a judgment about the true nature of the offense. Yes, indeed. More coming amidst the global coronavirus pandemic. It further says that if it were clearly accidental, then the referee will not take action, nor if the cough took place with a large distance between the players. However, where it is close enough to be clearly offensive, then the referee can take action. Now, the FA also issued guidance for grassroots football, which will come into force immediately. In the document, it stated that if the incident was not severe enough to merit a sending off, a caution could be issued for unsporting behavior, adding that referees must not look to punish routine coughing, and action can only be supported where it is evident it was a clear act against someone else. In terms of the Premier League and the English Football League, there is no written guidance, and it will be down to the referee's discretion as a punishment. So if you cough anyhow, man, Wesabi, it's up to the referee to determine whether you are coughing maliciously or truly something enter your throat and you are coughing. And if he says that his coughing was malicious, like you are there now, and then Jude Ogboji is there, if Jude goes cough anyhow like that, he goes, why are you coughing at me? Red card. Man, this have been
now wow. Akim Kelani. You know go better for coronavirus. Now to cough now don't become wild.
Yes, so now red card.
Even when you are kind of say person there back and you just cough small, you could not move.
God, my friend, watch your side. What's wrong with you?
You know, well, for me, if a player come close to a referee when they and cough, and they say no, it's
another player
means yes, yeah, now the truth that it means saying no, it's yes, you know what you do, you know what you do, you know. So for me, I think Akim Kelani, you don't go blame the referees, you know, or the people who set the rules. Akim Kelani, and coronavirus, coronavirus. So we just pray, we just hope and pray, say this coronavirus thing, Akim will go away very, 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 very soon. Make it just disappear. We don't want to enter. You don't consign us. We can just carry while go. We start to enjoy football, enjoy the sports we love to watch. Everybody look everything you love to do. Love to do sports what you like to do. Everybody will go back to normal. You start enjoying what you like.
It's just weird, man. Can you cough maliciously? Like, why are you coughing at me?
No.
Especially because of COVID. Yes.
You see, players feed do players they do
malicious. I know they spit at each other.
Person like Diego Costa go do jokingly. Person like Abramovich go do Zlatan go do it's not that we call your partner. Yes, you go do
but for
you go do but don't be for anything. But you do
exactly
just for like
because if you are coughing at me because of something I did or said, that means what are you trying to do? Do you have corona?
That is
very, very serious situation right here. Here's a sports machine on a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning. And like I said, so much is happening locally and internationally. Let's bring you to the local scene where outgoing Chief Operating Officer of the Nigeria National League, Lawrence Gatkin, has appealed to clubs in the nation's second-tier National League to cooperate with newly appointed Chief Operating Officer Emmanuel Adesanya as he bows out of office. Yes, he said there's nothing new for the incoming Adesanya to learn on the running of the NNL, as the operating officer haven't been around for a long time as well. He, however, added that all clubs must work together in a bid to help improve the smooth running and development of the NNL.
It's like we hand over the baton to somebody to continue. Somebody handed over to me. We started. So it's the same thing. It's the same process. And we are not new. All of us that are handling, we are not new to it. So there's no cause for any worry or anything or giving anybody any orientation. No. We have been in the system, all of us. One thing better than to cooperate with everybody that is. I wish you will enjoy the kind of cooperation I have. That is all. And I will appeal to clubs to cooperate with him so that the league can improve.
Start talking about moving the league and improving. Of course, you know, a change of guard is only natural. When one man's tenure expires, another will take over. Well, still sticking with the NNL, General Manager of the Nigeria National League side, Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan, Abdul Rashid Balogun, has lamented the dilemma of having one of Nigeria's prestigious club sides campaigning in the nation's second-tier National League, as the club looks certain for another season in the NNL. Balogun described the situation as an unfortunate one, considering the pedigree of the club in Nigeria and Africa at large. However, enthused that the club will work hard enough to get back to where they rightfully belong, which is competing in the top flight.
It's rather unfortunate that where people are is never where we belong. But necessity make us to find ourselves in this situation. But I know by the special grace of God, we shall return to the MPFL.
Sadu, when you have a top flight team who has pedigree, but then due to circumstances they've been relegated into playing in the NNL, and saying it's a shame, it's a pity, but then what can you do? Yes, indeed. Talking about Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan, 3SC, saying a big side with pedigree, not just in Nigeria but in Africa at large. But at this point in time, NNL they deploy.
Yes, Akim Kelani. Believe you me, believe you me, back in the days, I'd be one of their fans. Talk about Shooting Stars of Ibadan, you know. Believe you me, because this team, that team where everybody want to watch. Back in the days, you know. Talk about Shooting Stars, talk about 3SC. Every team want to watch this. Everybody want to watch these teams. Yeah? Talk about Julius Berger back then, you know. But if you look at now, these teams, they are nowhere to be found. Even Waya, nowhere to be found, you know. So for me, Akim Kelani, I don't know what is going on, but I one of the people who believe say yes, Shooting Stars need to do everything, TSC need to do everything possible to do it, to try and come back to the Premier League, to the Nigeria Professional League, because for me, they're supposed to be that top flight, they play top flight football for Nigeria. Why? Because for me, that team where old team, and sometimes when you look at these old teams, now them get supporters. Plenty supporters pass every other club, you know, if you look at them. So that the kind of teams what we want be that for our NPFL. So for me, I wish them well.
All right, so still giving you action as it comes to the league. Yes, indeed. And of course, a lot is still going down. Now, let's go to General Manager of the Nigeria Professional Football League side, Rivers United, Dr. Okpaluku. And he has stated that the Port Harcourt-based sides are currently waiting to have the League Management Company of Nigeria ratify. Yes, still waiting for ratification. The team's second place finish for the 2019-2020 NPFL season. Baluku said that amidst talk of uncertainty on the position of teams after the league was ended due to COVID-19 pandemic and the adoption of the points per game system as a season-ending mechanism. He said the PPG system places team above AIMBA on goal difference after both teams were tied on points using the PPG, and now this will be further clarified when the LMC eventually comes up with the authentic table and will confirm Rivers United as the second place team.
When you look at the league, at match day 25, Rivers United actually finished second. When you use the PPG, we also discovered that Rivers United finished second with the PPG. So I think it's something that is meritorious. I mean that if we apply the PPG with all fairness to the two teams, we will see Rivers United finishing second. We are waiting for the league management company to come up with the authentic table.
They're still waiting for the LMC, and as I said, they're not the only ones, you know. Haven't ended it using the points per game system. I say, just come out and ratify this. Let's everybody be sure. Let it not be conjecture, and that's what he's saying. And waiting for how long? I don't know, Marosa. Do you think that ratification will come anytime soon?
Well, I keep telling you that one. Me, I don't go fit talk, but I think I support. Yes, they need to just come out and just talk the whole thing, talk the matter as it be. Okay, yes, see as it be here. They make everybody know what everybody know where it stand. All the teams know where their position go. Know as they go. You know, now waiting everybody they wait for. So I don't know what be the delay. I keep telling you. If you ask me what be the delay, what be the delay? So that at least by now everybody supposed to know where it stand. Everybody's supposed to know where in day, you know, by now, you know. So for me, I don't know. I just hope that happens very, very soon.
Very, very soon. I'm talking about that happening. Of course, when that happens, of course, it will only indicate that things are moving forward, and already calls are coming in for the league to resume in Nigeria. Give us a date. When will football return? But then one man is saying, let's be cautious and not be in a hurry, because Corona is still very much in the air. Yes, the chairman of Adamawa United, Emmanuel Zira, has stated that proper steps should be taken with caution before calling for league resumption in Nigeria. Facilities which the players will use while traveling from one venue to another should be identified and properly sanitized for use of great standards for the team. The players should also be tested at all times while the games are on. Zia also hinted that testing of players is key since the vaccine is not yet out. It shows the virus will live with us for a long time to come, and testing is vital because players must know their status at every point in time. Let's have a listen to Emmanuel Zira on the Sports Machine.
Paramount in starting the league is to make sure that yes, all the protocols are pronounced by FIFA should be obeyed. Clubs should be respected by clubs. All our stadiums will be safe for players to go and play, and all the facilities that our players are going to be camped in will be safe for them to camp in. The hotels are going to be has to be safe. For instance, I feel that if I'm going to Kano, if any team is going to play Kano, there should be a designated hotel where people know that yes, it is safe and affordable to the clubs. If I'm going to play in Eiba, LMC should know that this is the hotel that is designated for official. This is well designated for visiting team, and it must be inspected, and the hygiene situation of those facilities must be spotless. The same thing with our stadium. The facility in the stadium must be kept clean, must be thoroughly clean to make sure that yes, it is free of the virus.
Sports Radio. What else could we call it?
Yes. A sports machine. Now is Habib and Ozira saying let's not be in a hurry to call for resumption of football until we are sure things are in place, especially in terms of testing of players.
Yes, a lot, Akin. Not just testing of players, because if you test player now, for example, you talk about the hotels when I will lodge in also, very, very important, how you won't take no say hotel this safe. Nobody no say hotel this safe. The only thing we club side they do for England, other places, what they do is before I check into a hotel, when I will go that floor, all they need to do that floor, then make sure say then disinfect that whole floor, and make sure say yes everywhere they okay. And now where be the club? We make sure say yes when people go there to go observe what thing they happen there, how they take care of that place and all that. That's what they do. Normally, Akin Kelani, for this game to come back, Akin Kelani, you must test players per every game. How many clubs get the money to do that one? Who want take over that bill? Now NFF, now LMC. I don't understand because LMC and NFF say they're the same. I mean at the club. Do you understand? Now they do wahala day because testing must go on before every game. That is the thing. So for me, Akin Kelani, you get a CBO, they need to check and well.
Check it well. Even as you're checking things, we'll continue to prepare for the return of football. And a lot has been said about how our Nigerian stars are getting up. And of course, with everybody talking about Victor Osimhen, calls have been made for more talent to be discovered, more invites to the national team of Nigerian players who are scattered all across the globe. But one man has come out to say that, it's easy to say we have talent, but only one man has that responsibility of handing a call-up or an invite to players to come to the team. Former Super Eagles player Mutiu Adepoju, calling the headmaster, has stated that only the coach handling the Super Eagles team can ascertain players he wants to call to the national team. Mutiu stated that there are lots of good players out there doing well in most of the leagues across the globe, whether top or obscure, that want a call-up to the national team, but it all behoves on the coach to decide who to invite because he's the captain of the ship and he decides on how the ship moves.
Every player or any player playing anywhere is going to clamor to be in the national team. But it's now left to the national team coach that each player is good for him to be called and that the suit the system or which he wants is left to him. We don't think any have these to detect or to say this is the player they have to call. But definitely any player that is doing well and then playing very well in his club and can be given opportunity, and that's the only coach that knows which player he wants.
Yes, indeed. I'm always a big headmaster Mutiu Adepoju saying that the coach is the one who has the onus. But then he has scouts, he has other coaches, and he has respected people, ex-internationals and all that. Can they suggest? Can they advise?
Yeah, for you to advise no be problem, for you to suggest no be problem, but at the end of the day, whether you advise or you suggest, at the end of the day, like the chief coach get the final say. Even if a scout comes say, okay, we see player for here, we see player for Afghanistan, we see player for Kafachan, we see player here, any of the way comes still tell him, nine go still make the final decision. So okay, make I call this one or make I call that one. So for me, the whole thing still there for in hand, you know. Now a whole knife, now a whole
yam.
And I know as you want to take contact.
All right, let's have you do some cutting of your own right about now as the calls are coming in. Remember, you can also jump in on Twitter and the Facebook fan page. The Sports Machine on a Sexy Tuesday. Hello, good morning to you.
Jiggy.
My brother.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, bro.
Yeah, my name is Emeka Uncle.
Let's hear from you, Emeka.
Yeah, I think, Jiggy man,
Yeah.
I want to take you from the area of when players cough, they will be giving red card.
Yes, sir.
That one is so frustrating for the game.
You
Yes, if you see, so that cough, may I tell you, some cough come naturally. You can't control it.
No, they won't penalize you for that natural one, but the malicious cough.
You see, that is where the problem will come. If maybe you might have natural one, the referee will look at your face and he don't like your face, he will give you red card. You understand? So it's very difficult, that decision. And talking about our league, Jigima, we have not started anything, no testing, players, officials, all these things need to be put in place before you say you want to start a league. You cannot just start a league and you are not prepared. Thank you, good morning.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, good morning to you. You say natural cough. How come it's when you are near an opponent or near the ref after he has blown one ruling? That's when your natural cough will now start coming.
No, I agree. Natural cough it comes sometimes. If it comes, but it depends.
Hello, good morning to you.
Jiggy.
My brother.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Good morning, bro.
Yeah, my name is Seriki Delo, Richards.
Let's hear from you, Seriki.
I think this Nigerian Premier League, I want to say something about this, the PPG and I don't know what they call it, but I want to say something about it. I'll never be happy when you talk about deciding the Nigerian Premier League with PPG or GGP, because one, all the players have not played, all the teams have not played equal games. In a country where some teams are still having 5 outstanding games, you are using PPG.
All this is what's under the league right now.
Where they are. Yes, my stand is this. End the league where they are. Everyone should be where they are. The first team should be the first. The second one should be the second team. Because we are not ready to do anything here. Deciding of PPG is antagonizing some other people. Thank you, and it's causing so much controversy as well.
All right. Thank you so much. But then, like I said, the powers of be have determined that this is how it's going to be, and that is how it's going to be. The only thing we are waiting for right now is ratify. Come out with an official, let everybody know where they are, and then we'll move on. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jiggy.
Morning, my brother.
Morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, bro.
Yeah, my name is David.
How you doing, bro?
I'm fine.
Don't cough.
Well, so our league is finding news right now. It's painful that league management don't want to say anything. I believe it's because of fear. Court cases, because last week, Tony I came the chairman of the Raiders United, and he said if they are not given the second position, they will, I think, go to court. So I feel court cases, but I think they should be brave enough to do what is right and not put everybody in this condition that we don't know. Then for the league to start, testing is very important, no matter what. Which we need to start making plans on how to do testing, their stadiums. I believe people now should be going to stadiums freely. So they need to inform the big that everyone can, they should put their house in order and start our league as soon as possible.
Okay. All right, then. Thank you so much. Sports Radio 88.9 Billa FM, your champions. That is a sexy Tuesday morning, and the action is right here. You can still jump in on it on Twitter, on the Facebook fan page, and of course, I put a call through. But we must wrap up the machine at this point in time, bringing it in for a landing. Many thanks to everyone who's been a part of making it sweet. Man, Wesabi, football, Chuku Udeze, Judo Goje, pressing all the right buttons. Yes, of course, I'm not forgetting Mohamed Salu and Yinka Oyedele and Josh. Prime Boy, ensuring that you out there can get the action live on Twitter, on the Facebook fan page, and take Brilla anywhere and everywhere that you go. Download the Brilla app from the Google Play Store and the Apple iTunes Store, ensuring that you never miss a minute of the action. I'm still keeping it jiggy. Stay right here. The action continues right after now. Still so much coming your way on the Big Sports Breakfast Show.
Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. You're a jack of one trade, master of one.